Well, good afternoon. So, I'd actually like to start by asking you all a question. Given where we are in the world, I actually think I know what the answer is already, but I'm going to ask you anyway. How many of you have tried to learn a new language before? Show of hands. Almost all of you, of course. How many of you have succeeded? Almost all of you, of course. I know where I am. Well, you are not alone. Okay, there are approximately 1.2 billion people learning a new language around the world. Now, the vast majority of them are learning just one language in particular. A language, of course, spoken by everyone in this room. There are at least 800 million people learning how to speak English. And many of them are doing so to get out of poverty. Now, the reason for this is simple. In most countries, you can earn between 25 and 100% more just by knowing English. But what about the other 400 million people? Why are they learning a new language? Well, I ask these questions because I am part of a team that is trying to make language education free for everyone in the world. It's called Duolingo, and we have about 300 million people using the app to learn a new language 100% free. Now that means that we have one of the largest data sets of language learners in existence. And we have studied millions of people spanning every single country on the planet. Our researchers created this map, and it shows us the most popular languages to learn in each country around the world. And it tells us a lot of interesting things. For example, it shows just how popular it is to learn English. Yeah? Most of the world is learning English up there in green. But then we noticed something that to us was very unexpected and very strange. If I zoom in here, you'll be able to see it too. I'm sure you've already spotted it. Sure, the data told us that the most popular language to learn on Duolingo in Sweden is Swedish. Which to us sounded like a mistake, right? We thought it can't be that hard to learn, can it? But you know, why was this? Why was the most popular language to learn in Sweden Swedish? Refugees, exactly. So Sweden saw more than a 10x increase in the number of refugees seeking asylum there between 2015 and 2016. And as they arrived, they all began looking for a way to learn Swedish for free. But where did all of these refugees come from? Well, many of them came from Syria. As a matter of fact, there are now more registered Syrian refugees on the books. There are more registered Syrian refugees than the entire population of Los Angeles. So there are more than 6 million registered Syrian refugees. Now, this was shocking to us, of course, but I think it was so shocking, both because we're in the United States, but also because we're simply not used to looking at graphs like this. We're used to looking at graphs like this. Same up and to the right trajectory, completely different focus, completely different meaning. Give an example. The UN actually came out with a case study not so long ago, a study that showed that more people have access to mobile phones than toilets.